Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And we thought that all of the fog that we had and the low-lying clouds would go away today and we'd see a little bit of clearing and allow temperatures to warm up. But boy, that just didn't happen as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Sky-Fi tower camera. And still a lot of those low clouds and even some rain showers now being reported to the southern part of north central Washington and our forecast area. So the rain is moving in. We will experience that valley rain and some mountain snow tonight. And then once again in our early morning hours of Thursday, we'll see some fog as we kick off Thursday as well. And then maybe partly cloudy skies in the afternoon before Friday and Saturday's next round of moisture comes in. It'll be late Friday, early Saturday morning. Once again, a mixture of rain and snow with some mountain snow. So be careful if you are traveling over mountain passes this weekend. And then Sunday right through Monday and even into Tuesday next week, we will see lots of sunshine, but lots of colder temperatures too. And we'll tell you more about that coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Columbia Basin Herald reports new developments in a case involving a high-profile Grant County shooting. 5 people, including a 3-year-old child, were injured yesterday when 2 cars collided in Grant County. And a Wenatchee defense attorney who specializes in DUI arrests says drinking and driving is one of the holiday's biggest problems. But first, we begin tonight. A Royal City man is dead following a shooting there early this morning. Grant County Sheriff's Office reports law enforcement arrived at a home in the 400 block of Juniper Circle in Royal City, where they found 58-year-old Jesus Flores deceased in an SUV parked outside the home. The suspect is the victim's son, 21-year-old Jonathan Torres, who was taken into custody and booked into the Grant County Jail on first-degree murder charges. The victim was apparently shot in the head while riding in the front seat of the SUV by the suspect, who was in the back seat. Kyle Foreman with the Grant County Sheriff's Office said the driveway of the home is also a path that many school children use to walk to school, but stressed there is no danger to the public. Jonathan Torres and his brother Jesus were recently identified as also being involved in a shooting in Royal City back on November 14th, which injured 1 person. Jesus turned himself into investigators, but Jonathan had been on the run from authorities since then. Detectives say the investigation in both shootings is still in its early stages. Meanwhile, as we mentioned, the Columbia Basin Herald reports a Grant County judge did not find probable cause for the charges that have been filed against Torres' 22-year-old brother Jesus Torres, also of Royal City. We mentioned it was in connection with the weekend shooting in Moses Lake that left a man wounded. Torres, seen in this earlier jail booking photo on the left with his brother Jonathan, turned himself in to police over the weekend and was charged with 2 counts of first-degree assault and a single count of drive-by shooting. Judge David Estudillo did not find probable cause for the charges and ordered Torres be released from jail pending a December 11th arraignment. It's expected that the probable cause issue will be revisited on that date. In other news, 5 people, including a 3-year-old child, were injured yesterday when 2 cars collided in Grant County. A State Patrol report says it happened on State Route 281 at Beverly Burke Road, about 2 miles north of George. A car driven by 48-year-old Sue L. Field of George struck another vehicle driven by a Royal City man. Field and her passenger, identified as 51-year-old Furman Medina, were transported to Quincy Valley Hospital for treatment. The driver of the second vehicle, along with his 2 passengers, including a 3-year-old child, were also sent to the same hospital. State troopers say the cause of the accident is under investigation. A Wenatchee defense attorney who specializes in DUI arrest says he's seen cases involving higher blood alcohol levels. On the other hand, he's seen more people being arrested with lower blood alcohol levels. John Brangwin discussed one of the holiday's biggest problems, drinking and or smoking while driving, on a recent episode of Street Talk and Other Stuff with host Mike Mad Dog Magnotti.
I've definitely seen a kind of an overall decrease, especially in the higher BAC levels. I mean, people have adjusted their behavior. There has been a change, but there's still plenty of DUI offenses that occur. The other thing I've seen, though, is the police making arrests at lower and lower levels with less and less evidence. So in other words, I'm seeing these 03 arrests where I think people would have been let go. I'm seeing a 05 being charged with DUI. 05 breath test legal limit, of course, is 08. So I'm seeing more of that. Since marijuana is legal, we've seen an increase in marijuana DUIs. Very easy to get a marijuana DUI. I'd really caution anyone that smokes marijuana, you cannot smoke marijuana and then drive. The legal limit of 5 nanograms, there's studies that say that that's roughly equivalent of an 03 alcohol level.
Okay.
So that, in other words, if we wanted to have an 08 for marijuana, it should be 14 nanograms, but it's 5. But what I remind pot smokers is it's a legal limit, so it doesn't matter that you're not impaired. It's a legal limit. It'd be no different if they set the speed limit on 990 at 45 miles an hour. You go through there at 75. It's not a valid defense to say, well, but I was safe at 75. No, the speed limit is 45, so it's a ticket. So the marijuana users really have to be careful.
And you can see more from that interview on demand or streamed live on our website at ncwlife.com. Coming up next, newly elected Chelan County Superior Court Judge Travis Brandt was officially sworn into office yesterday. The State Route 20 North Cascades Highway closed for the season at 4 o'clock today. And a youth snowmobile safety training class is set for Saturday, December 8th in the Lake Wenatchee area. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you.
Goodwill is more behind the store.
Sir, I pulled you over today to ask you one thing. Is it true that Apple Valley Honda has a free lifetime warranty on every new Honda?
Officer, I'm glad you asked. Our lifetime warranty comes free on all of our new Hondas. That means you won't have to pay a dime for any major expenses. That could save you thousands. And no, you do not have to service with us. It's a great peace of mind, officer.
Wow, my wife and I have rented the new Accord. We'll see you this weekend.
Welcome back. In another news, newly elected Chelan County Superior Court Judge Travis Brandt was officially sworn into office yesterday before a standing room only gallery of friends and supporters. Brandt was elected in November after incumbent Judge Robert McSeveny dropped out of the race to accept a position on the U.S. Immigration Court bench. Brandt is promoted to the bench after 15 years in private practice at his Brandt law firm. Judge Leslie Allen presided over the swearing-in ceremony. Well, heavy snow over the past week or so means it's that time of year again. The State Route 20 North Cascades Highway closed for the season at 4 o'clock today. The highway closes between milepost 134 near Diablo and milepost 171 near Mazama. It will reopen sometime in the spring. 2 of the 4 giant Liberty Bell Mountain avalanche chutes filled up over the weekend, and several of the Cutthroat Ridge chutes also filled and released snow to the highway shoulder. With more snow in the forecast, the decision was made for crews to close the highway for everyone's safety. Well, a youth snowmobile safety training class is set for Saturday, December 8th in the Lake Wenatchee area. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office, in cooperation with the Washington State Parks and Recreation Commission and the Lake Wenatchee Recreation Club, is offering a free snowmobile safety certification class to young snowmobilers. Spokesman Rich Magnuson explains.
During that, we'll cover basic snowmobile maintenance, survival skills, dealing with emergencies, including avalanche awareness, proper clothing when you're out riding, hand signals for riding and other basic skills, and then preparing for the ride, making sure you have all the right equipment, making sure your machine and everything's ready to go before you head out on the test or on the ride. And then the skills test, so parents that do send their kids to the class will give the parents a sign-off sheet for the riding skills test, and they'll be able to check their kids off once we do get some snow and they can take them out riding. They can actually sign their own kids off, and then send it back into the state, and they'll mail them their Safe Rider card.
The free class is designed for youth ages 12 to 16, but is open to new riders of all ages. The class is scheduled for 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. December 8th at the Lake Wenatchee Recreation Club. It's located at 14400 Chihuahua Loop Road in Leavenworth. Lunch will be provided for the participants by the Lake Wenatchee Rec Club. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Dear Merry Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and the floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Merry Maids.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. In tonight's features story, NCW Life's Eric Granstrom was on location today for a special event as the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive rolls into high gear.
Hooked on Toys is the location today for a shopping spree. We have two expert shoppers that are perfectly aged to help us out. We've got a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old that's going to help us here inside Hooked on Toys. They're going to get $1,000 to head around Hooked on Toys and help shop for kids in the Wenatchee Valley.
It's the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Yay!
There you go, buddy.
Okay.
Ooh, this one looks amazing.
Plus 50 right here.
Okay. Ooh, Lamborghinis.
Oh.
Yes.
All righty.
What do you know about girls?
That they like babies like this, dressing babies or stuff.
Oh, yeah. That scared me.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Army men.
Oh, sweet. All right, you gotta put it on.
Couple footballs? Good.
It's the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive.
What did you think of today?
I
it was
thought
fun.
it was awesome. I just feel really happy that, like, all the toys I got to go to someone who really needed it.
It felt really good, spending $1,000 on toys that to give to someone who needs it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And once Luke and Tyler were done, they got a special surprise from Les Schwab.
We got to pick out a 73 or under dollar thing. And this, I got this for $40. It was a Eagle 3 Pro, and it's so amazing. I love it.
So what'd you get?
I got a Lego set, a Batman Lego set.
So did you guys expect to get something for yourselves today?
No. It's amazing.
So what do you have to say to Les Schwab about that?
Thank you so much.
Now, not only did Luke and Tyler have $1,000 to shop with, but Hooked on Toys kicked in an extra $200, so $1,200 worth of toys, and you can see what they were able to do today with that amount and how big of a surprise is that going to be for children in our community. If you'd like to help us out with the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, you can stop by right here at Hooked on Toys, or you can find us on Facebook and look for the drop-off locations, and we'll be wrapping this up by the middle of December, so you still have time to help out with the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Here at Hooked on Toys in Wenatchee, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLife channel.
And time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we tell you about the details of that, and there's a lot to tell you about, let's take a quick look once again outside our weather window. We saw a lot of fog this morning and low clouds throughout most of the day today. And looking down to the Wenatchee Valley, still seeing a little bit of foggy conditions and some rain showers also developing around the area, and that will continue. And today, with all those low clouds and fog, our temperatures really didn't climb that much from our overnight low. High temperature today, although right where we should be for this time of year, 38. That's normal for this time of year. 35 is where we started the day, so we didn't warm up all that much. 28 is our normal low temperature. Beautiful day back in 1995 at 61 degrees. And there it is again, 1985, our record low at 3 degrees for the 11th day in a row. We did pick up 3/100ths of precipitation over the past 24 hours. That takes us to just under 6 inches of precipitation for the year. Sunrise this morning at 7:24 and the sun set this afternoon at 4:14. Let's put this map in motion now and get you into the weekend. Later today and tonight, a 60% chance of rain. This is all an offshoot of this low pressure system off the Northern California coast. We could see rain mixed with snow showers, especially in our overnight hours. That will move through to the northeast, and that will allow just mostly cloudy skies for Thursday. We will be much drier as well as we move into Thursday, but another wave of moisture moves in as an area of low pressure moves just off the coast of Washington. We'll see a 30% chance of rain, mostly cloudy skies for Friday. By Saturday morning at 8 a.m., maybe a leftover shower or two from that system, but I really think by afternoon this will push away and we will see partly cloudy skies to kick off our first day of the weekend. As we move into Sunday, this is where we get a little bit cooler. Canadian air will begin to funnel down on Sunday, mostly sunny and cooler. We will see lots of clear skies out there, but temperatures only in the mid-30s for Sunday. Into Monday, mostly sunny. Will be even cooler on Monday as temperatures dip down into the lower 30s. And folks, we're talking lows around 20 and in the lower 20s. Tuesday, same thing. Mostly sunny skies. It will be cooler. We might struggle to reach 30 degrees next Tuesday, and then an area of low pressure moves in and we get wet once again by midweek next week into the later part of the week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to a little cooler temperature of 33 degrees. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, mainly dry, 42 our high temperature. And then don't forget a 30% chance of rain, especially by Friday afternoon, and 40 degrees. That will linger into our Saturday morning, 37, and then that cool down begins. Mostly sunny on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and it will cool down progressively each day. 35 Sunday, 33 Monday, and your high on Tuesday, only 31 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLife Evening News continues right after this.
Hey everyone, so today I'm tackling Medical Assistant Ninja, trying to get that next level career. Man, this dead-end job is holding me back. Decision time, I'm going Charter College. Now I'm a medical assistant student. Rocking it? Yeah, earn the President's Award. Score. took my career to the next level. Hey, I can level up to Medical Assistant Ninja, so can you. Get on it.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
The NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's Learn, Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
And a good Wednesday to you. Hump Day on the banks of the river. Downhill slide towards the weekend has begun. The Wenatchee girls bowling team hosted Sunnyside yesterday at Eastmont Lanes in East Wenatchee. Came away with a 4-0 sweep. Coach Jeff Levitt tells us the Panthers' total pin count was 1,967. That compares to the Grizzlies' 1,221. Margin of victory of 746 pins. High scores went to sophomore Kyla Hankins with a 235. Jessica Holbrook also chipped in with a 192 and a 233. Next up for the Panthers, a non-league match against Ellensburg that'll be on the road in Eberg at Minda Lanes coming up on Thursday. On the Les Schwab Prep boys basketball scoreboard from last night, yep, we're already underway with high school boys and girls basketball. Cashmere edged Ephrata 79-74 the final. That was at Cashmere High School last night at Rondon Memorial Gymnasium. Cascade traveled to Quincy, picked up a big road victory to start the season with a 52-38 win. And it was Etihad topping Waterville Mansfield in a close one on the Plateau, 55-51 the final. Turning to the Les Schwab girls basketball prep scoreboard from last night. Cashmere had no trouble with Ephrata, winning that one by a final of 61-22. Quincy defended its home floor over Cascade, knocking off the Kodiaks 49-24. And Waterville Mansfield was 15 better than Etihad last night, 41-26 the final. Well, the Wenatchee Wild entertained first place Penticton in a midweek BCHL class at Town Toyota Center tonight. This will be the first time the two teams have met this season. The V's were the winners of the Interior Division last year and the regular season champions, only to be ousted in the playoffs by Trail in 7 games in the second round. Now tonight is Daddy-Daughter night, with daughters getting in for free with a paid dad admission. It's also, $1 hot dog night, $1 Pepsi night, $1 beer night through the first intermission, puck dropping at 6:05. Well, taking a look at the BCHL standings at the midway point of the season, yeah, hard to believe we're already at the halfway mark. There's really not a lot of difference between the top and bottom of the Interior Division, with first and 7th place separated by just 11 points. The V's, as we mentioned, in first at 18-7 with 1 overtime loss and 2 shootout losses. Merritt is right behind with 38 points, while Wenatchee sits in third with 34 points. The Wild are 16-10 with 2 overtime losses. Wenatchee's sweep of West Kelowna last week knocked the Warriors into 4th place, with Salmon Arm 5th, Vernon 6th, and Trail in the bottom at 7th. The push really begins after the first of the year for the playoffs. Well, speaking of hockey, tomorrow hockey night here on the NCW Life Channel will bring you the Wild's game from last Friday against the West Kelowna Warriors. It was a thrilling back-and-forth contest. You don't want to miss this one. Puck drops tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, here on your exclusive home for Wenatchee Wild hockey, the NCW Life Channel. Also, one more note on the Wild. Pink at the Rink is set for next Friday, December 7th, with Penticton back in town. Now, your chance to add a loved one's name to the ice in recognition of cancer awareness is coming up on Monday, December 3rd. That goes between 4 and 5:30. You just need to head down to the Town Toyota Center during that time frame, and the Wild staff will direct you onto the ice to paint your message. Pink in the Rig next week. On the Les Schwab College basketball scoreboard last night, Dominic Green hit 7 3-pointers and scored a career-high 25 points. David Crisp added 14 and Washington beat Eastern Washington 83-59. Huskies improved to 5-2 overall with the win. Freshman C.J. Ellaby scored a season-high 23 points and grabbed 11 rebounds with 4 assists to lead Washington State to a 103-94 win over Cal State Northridge. Finally, Mariners coaching overhaul is complete as the team announced Monday that Tim Laker had been hired to replace Edgar Martinez as the team's hitting coach. Martinez asked to transition to a new role as the club's organizational hitting advisor. Laker comes to Seattle after serving as the Arizona Diamondbacks assistant hitting coach the last 2 seasons. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And finally tonight, we leave you with video that comes to us from Russia, where a man there proves dogs might not be man's best friend after all.
Hey woman, I've been watching you for a while. We ain't got no time for games. Don't hold back and love me. Don't hold back and love me. Don't wanna love me 'cause you ain't the only one. But if you don't commit yourself a bit, I'll be gone.
That's awesome. And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And once again, let's take a quick look at your Quick Lube and Tune forecast before we let you go tonight. And it looks like a wet one as we move into the upcoming weekend. We'll see temperatures and chance for rain tonight. Temperatures will slowly decline. We'll see a 30% chance of rain on Friday and then on Saturday morning. And once again, look at those temperatures. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Get ready for it. Cooler. High temperatures between 30 and 35 with lows between 20 and 25. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCW Life, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
There's no substitute for the power of cable TV advertising. With Solion Cable TV Advertising, you can reach your target audience right here in North Central Washington. We understand their viewing habits and can precisely target your customers on great cable networks like these. Call Solion Broadcasting today and let us show you how to put your business message right in front of thousands of prospects at a very affordable price. Solion Broadcasting, 509-888-2020.
I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, and birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on: Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water, now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.